Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
All right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to another, Welcome and good evening, everyone, and welcome to another night of Figure Farm TV on the pole as we get set and ready to roll here from Talladega, as we are here with the Wagoner Welding Super Speedway Series. And we're looking here at the two of Tim Richardson as he works around the racetrack here. Well, others are on track as well. We got Adam Sprinkle out here. Got a decent field of cars here tonight for this Xfinity Series before we hit the GT3 Series at 9 o'clock. Or, sorry, about quarter after 9 for the FMA, Freedom Motorsports Alliance. Well, we get rolling down here through off the corner, off the tri-oval here. We got times rolling in here. Best time so far is by Caden Gray with a 54.496. Caden Bell rolls off there in second with a 54.506. And as always, with Talladega, we're in for a great night of racing as we head on down here into corner number 3. We're not side by side yet. What am I thinking here as we head on down through here? Down on to corner number 3. We're watching here as Liam Beebe comes around here. His first lap was a 54.571. What's he get for his second lap? We'll see as he rolls through the tri-oval right at this moment in time. Minute 50 left in qualifying. And I'm sorry we didn't quite have our normal flag thing at the beginning, as we have been updating the PC, cleaning up some things, and some things got kind of missed at the moment. So I got a couple things on my to-do list here for tonight. One of them being the stream deck, so I can easily and more effectively jump between scenes here, commercials and whatnot, along with the likes of being able to what you call it, the banner has to get put back in, I noticed. So we'll work on that here for the next show and be ready to roll here as we're looking here at the 88 of Mark Morton. And you guys need to let me know if the sound's any different or not from previous broadcasts. We've updated some things and saw that I can broadcast in 5.1. So we're giving that a shot as I can putting into the PC 5.1 audio. So we'll see if I can get it to output correctly. Looks like I am so far, so hopefully that works. You guys are just going to have to let me know how it sounds there in the chats. And we got 12 seconds to go here in the qualifying. Alrighty, here we go. As we are gridding up, take a look at tonight's grid. We got starting on pole, James Wagoner with Matthew Barker there in second. Mark Morton there in third with Adam Sprinkle starting tonight in fourth. Matthew Peacock in fifth with Stephen Aguirre there in sixth. Robert Lynch Jr. rolls off tonight in seventh. And his outside, Caden Gray. In ninth, Jim Scott with Kane Bell there in 10th. Jerome Cooper back there in 11th with James Jones back there in 12th. In 13th, that's going to be Johnny Hurst with Benjamin Richards back there in 14th. Brian Hunter in 15th. Nathaniel Briner there in 16th. Liam Beebe there 17th. Jimmy Pilon Rowdy in 18th with Justin Hollings there in 20th. Jake Paracelia in 19th. Sorry, didn't mean to skip over him. Tim Richardson there in 21st. Larry Fairman there in 22nd. Mike Presley in 23rd. Rick Baldwin 24th. 25th is going to be Edward Fielder. Tyler Manning in 26th. Chris Ramsey there in 27th. And Tony Richards rounds out your field of 28 drivers here tonight. We're coming on to the backstretch, getting ready for the green flag.
Green flag, green flag.
All right, side by side here down into corner number one. Green flag is out. Lap 1 of 50 here for the race tonight. We work on down through here through the back straightaway. Well, we got problems there, blinking out a little bit for a couple of drivers as they work on down through here into corner number 3. 3 wide there mid-pack. Whoa, that speed, that zone speed or deck speed or something. There you see a number 3 right there in the middle working his way through off of turn number 2. Turn number 3 back out here onto the front stretch. Coming along live here down here into corner number 1 they go. Down into corner number 1. As they work through the trial, we'll cross that restart zone and in the corner number 1, James Wagoner for James Wagoner Welding. Out front, that number 30 machine down here in. Whoa, James, hang on to it. And he gets shoved down below the apron, brings it back up. He keeps it safe as we got more drivers having issues. They were 4 wide, and oh no, we are loose, and the double zeros going around, collecting the back of the field back here as everybody just piles in here, trying to get through here. Jimmy Powell and Rowdy ends up in ball. There you see, up there against that outside wall, that double zero getting loose. See if we can get a hold of the double zero here in our little... That's Caden Gray up there against that outside. The 21 ends up getting pushed up, ends up collecting the double zero, and everything calamity there behind him. And you see a bunch of drivers end up coming out here. See if we got, it looks like we got a few drivers that may have missed the start or decided not to run. We'll see how that plays out here. Now we come back down here, lap 3 of 50, under caution already here tonight at Talladega. Matthew Barker out front, that is Ace out there running around there in the front of the track. James Wagoner there in second, Mark Morton there in third, Adam Sprinkle fourth. Pit road already? Well, that's interesting. I guess for a few of these drivers, it was to be expected for the way they kind of ran. First lap, Nathan Peacock stays out. A bunch of others come in. James Wagner, Matthew Barker, Mark Morton, Adam Sprinkle all coming in. Everybody now here works back behind the pace car. Everybody rolling off pit road. All right, as everybody come back around here onto the front stretch, Nathan Peacock out there in front. Liam Beebe there in second. Larry Fairman there in third. Tony Richards there fourth. 5 out of 50. Lights go out on that pace machine. We're going to go back. Green flag racing here the next time by. They come there through the restart zone. They're going to get doubled up. Starting out there, like we said, Nathan Peacock is your control car. Liam Beebe there in second. Peacock choosing that outside lane in that purple or I'm sorry, no, in that 72 there on the inside, that black and light blue. They got Liam Beebe out there on the outside. Larry Perriman there third, Tony Richards there fourth. You work on back through the grid. Some driver disappearing here. Supposed to be loading them all in, but apparently it's not. And you can see some of them are not loading in for me the way they should be. Somebody has any pointers on that for me, I gladly adhere to them. I might have to look at one of the settings here when we get done here to make sure I got them all set right. Green flag. Now you already see that bottom lane bumping everywhere, trying to get rolling. As we go 3 wide, and that number 3 of Johnny Hurst goes out there to the outside early before we get to the start-finish line. And gets it back in line there, coming down through the front straightaway down here into corner number 1. Lap 6 of 50 on the board. There you see the 96 of Ace working his way to the bottom of the racetrack as they work here off of 2. Single file line down there on the inside. There's 3 cars on that outside lane being led along by Liam Beebe. Out there in front as they all scatter once more. We got another one going into the middle lane. I'm trying to figure, that is the 13 there of Chris Ramsey going to the middle of the racetrack. He's going to go around Liam as they work down here in the corner number 3 and 4 as Liam goes back another spot. Coming out of turn number 4 there, down back here across the front straightaway, heading into that trioval. In through that trioval now as we head towards that restart zone and back towards that front straightaway. 3 wide there as we got the 88 there. Mark Morton working his way into the front. Down here through the turn number 1 and in the corner number 2 they go. Chris Ramsey out front. Nathan Peacock there in second as you see them all bunched up there as they work here off of the corner. Heading down here through off of corner number 2 down that back straightaway. Getting a little pumping and running there as they work back up onto the racetrack. Easy does it. And you go back here into corner number 3. We got them working down here in the corner number 3 and 4. Back heading around towards that short chute into the trioval. The 83 up there against that outside wall. They are still fighting for position to hang on to it. The 52, Tony Richards, looked like he got a little loose coming out of turn number 4. They now work through the trioval into that restart zone and across the stripe. The 77 there works to the inside. That's Adam Sprinkle as he's sitting there in the middle of the racetrack. Sitting on top of the 56 of Benjamin Richards. And there's 99 of Larry Fairman down here on the inside. Lap 8 of 50 on the board. Oh, hang on to it. We got Nathan Peacock out of line down there on the bottom side. He's going to have to try to ease it back up in there in front of Fairman. Does so. Out front, we got Ace and Morton running together. They come here off at corner number 4, back out onto that front stretch. Working on down through here. There you see that the 00, Caden Gray, working his way back up there towards the front. After having some issues there at the beginning. Benjamin Richards falling back here pretty quickly down there on that. Oh, no, I guess he's, well, let's take a look here. That 56 is down there on the inside lane. That's where I thought he was. He's falling back in that outside lane, starting to get something together here. Drivers are really trying to shake it up and get towards the front here. Drivers are moving up through, and yes, we do have drivers out. Fielder's out, Baldwin's out. And I'm sure a few others that will work down here off of corner number 3. And in the 4, heading back out into that short chute, heading down there towards the front straightaway, or working through the front stretch through that tri-oval now. Everybody side by side. Biggest mover so far tonight, that's Chris Ramsey in the 13. And he is up 21 spots from where he started. And if you remember correctly, we only had 28 drivers start tonight. So we're working on down here as they are battling for position. That number 3 of Johnny Hurst working his way to the top side. Now he pulls in there behind Ace as Ace puts the block on. Morton's down there on the inside. Here comes up through the middle. That looks to be the 08 of Stephen Aguirre up through the middle. No help for him behind him, as now it looks like Wagner's going to jump down there, and Doogie's going to try to help push Stephen Aguirre towards the front as we go 3 wide, racing here out of 4. The 3 drops down there. Oh, hang on to it as he drops down there that center lane. He's going to leave that top lane, going to see if he can get anything together there through the middle, which he does. Ace falls back there in the 4th now. Here comes Doogie up there in the 4th. Now he's falling back. I'm sure what happened there to Doogie is he just all of a sudden stopped. Something happened there to the 30 machine, I believe. I'm unsure what happened there to the 30 machine. Take a look at it here. So you see him up there on the outside. I'm unsure what happened. All of a sudden, the gap just closed. Driver skated around, and I don't know. I don't know if Doogie was at fault for that as he comes back down across. Everybody couldn't quite check up there behind him. I don't know if he had to check up. Let's roll this back a little bit here, just to see what happened here to Doogie. Let's go on board just to see if we can hear something. Yeah, I'm not sure. He's rolling through here pretty okay. Nah, we're not seeing anything from there, so we're going to have to try to see if we can get a different view here. Take a look at his gauges. Tough break here for Doogie. See where that water temperature is. Water temperature's up there pretty high. It's hard to say. Backed out of it, or if the motor was giving up a little bit. Hard to say there, but he ended up checking up on the outside and just driver's piling in there, couldn't get checked up behind him. Things happen just so fast here at Talladega. Just about as fast as they do at iRacing Super Speedway, where we raced last week. As you can see, we're heading under the lights here tonight. Or it's overcast. I can't remember if Talladega has lights or not. I know Daytona does. The lights are still on the base machine. Let's take a quick commercial break and we'll get back with racing action here on Pigger Farm on the pole.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 D. Hart Church Way.
All right, we're back here from the racetrack. Larry Fairman there in third, Mark Morton there in second. You got Stephen Aguirre out there in front. Under our second caution here tonight, and there you can see drivers that are in the pits, drivers that are out. Tony Richards out, Kane Bell in the pits. Now Kane Bell is out. Caden Gray's down a lap, but looking like he's on the Speedway. Missing a hood on that machine. Down a lap. Here's that number 72, Jerome Cooper. Then you got Liam Beebe back here. Lights are out. We're going to be going green flag racing once again here. We'll see what it takes to get to victory lane as we got the 13 there, or no, I'm sorry, that's the 77 maybe of Adam Sprinkle up there on the outside lane. That is the 77 of Adam Sprinkle on the outside lane. For James Wagoner Welding as they work down here through off of the corner and down that long back stretch. See that 29, Browdy coming up there through the middle. Please let me know if everything sounds okay or if something needs adjusted. As we are getting the audio reset here at Fleeger Farm TV. So if something doesn't quite sound right, let us know. Now we're coming here towards the restart zone. James Wagoner Welding restart zone here for the restart for the Super Speedway Series. Here we go. Green flag is back. Well, no, sorry. Not yet. Too soon here. Dang. I keep forgetting that the Talladega is coming out of the tri-oval. Now we're green flag racing, and down we go. The 08 there of Aguirre getting a nice run out there to get the race started, as here comes Larry Fairman in that 99 down there below him as they work down here through the rest of the tri-oval into corner number 1. And in the corner number 2 they go. Side by side. There you see the 3 of Tawny Hurst on the outside. Here comes Larry Fairman in that 99 down there on the bottom side. Adam Sprinkle up there on the outside of that 77 as they work on down through here. Looks like Wagner is out of this one. Now there was problems to that number 30, I believe. Now as everybody works down through here, we're looking there at Lynch. Now we got a couple drivers skipping in and out back here at Jones and Scott. Now they are rolling around back here in this little bit of a pack. Fairman out, Sprinkle out. No, Sprinkle not out. All right, I don't know what's going on here because it's saying Sprinkle was out, Sprinkle's here. So I don't understand this whole iRacing dang thing tonight. Skipping in around and on us here. So I don't know who's in, who's out. Nathan Breiner's down a lap, but up here in the mix of all these other drivers. They're in the number 25. They work here through our lap number 16 of the 50 to complete here tonight. They work around here through off of 2, off of 4, back out here onto that front stretch, heading down there. There you see the 77 there of Sprinkle as he works on down through. And heading into corner number 1 after they shoot through this tri-oval. Everybody looking really good so far. As we're 3 wide, you see Morton there in the middle, followed up by Sprinkle in that middle lane. The 3 of Hurst falling back there as they come down here through off of the backstretch, down here into corner number 3. Up there clear on the outside, I believe that's the 76 of, or no, that's the 56. Richards, I believe. As they work on down through here, you see that number 2 back down there on the inside. That's Tim Richardson. They're trying to fight for position down through here. Who's it going to be as they come here into corner number 1? Stephen Aguirre doing what he can out front to stay ahead of the pack. As we got the number 88 of Mark Morton there in second. Down here through the back straight away. Morton now getting out to that lead as they work on down through here to the number 19 back here. That's Rick Baldwin clear at the back of this pack as they work here off of corner number 3 back into 4. And heading back out onto the front stretch. Chris Ramsey in at number 13. Right behind him is that 2 of Tim Richards. Yeah, we look for our biggest mover, and that is still Chris Ramsey in at number 13, up 19 spots. Forget who it was earlier. But Larry Fairman, he's on the verge of becoming a big mover as well, as he's up there in the 3rd spot, up 19 positions as well. I'll jump back in the 4th, so as Ramsey's battling there for 7th position, trying to work his way around. As you see, that 56 way up there on the outside, that is the 56 of Richards, working above the 21 of Robert Lynch. And down there on the inside, that's the, trying to see if I can pick out the number there off of that machine. 48 of Jake Persilia. And work back there across the stripe for another lap. And hang on to it. They're getting loose coming down here into corner number 1. Hang on to it. You don't want to get too loose there. As you see the 3 of Johnny Hurst really all over their track. You got them 3 wide there, a little farther behind them, with that number 29 of Rowdy there in the middle of the racetrack. Now they work down the back straightaway, down here into corner number 3. Side by side they go. 3 wide, putting that 27 there in the middle. Then you got the 29 right there behind them. Right in front of them is the 21 of Robert Lynch Jr. Working on down through off of corner number 4. Down here across the stripe. Down here out of the trial. Into corner number 1 they go. 21 of 50 complete. 50 laps is the distance. Now we head out of the corner, back down the back straightaway. Everybody doing what they can. Going 3 wide there, second row back. That's the 3 of Johnny Hurst, looking to the outside of Adam Sprinkle. That's the 08 there of Stephen Aguirre down there on the inside. And looks like Hurst drops it back in line, doesn't want to try to chance it quite yet. As we're coming here with 22 of 50 on the board. Driver hanging it out there, trying to hang on to it as best as they can down here through off of that stripe, down into corner number 1. Side by side they go. Everybody looking excellent here tonight for the James Wagoner Welding Super Speedway Series as we take on the Xfinity cars from Talladega tonight. And next week we'll hit something completely new with a completely different car set. As last week we were at the iRacing Super Speedway in the Gen 4 cars. Always interesting week to week to see where we go as we work here out of corner number 4. Back out here through onto that short stretch into the tri-oval. Whoa, hang on to it there, Morton. You got a little bit of a push there and a wiggle as you come out of 4 from Stephen Aguirre. As looks up there on the outside lane. Here comes Larry Fairman with Adam Sprinkle up there along the outside, followed by Johnny Hurst as well in that number 3. As we got that number, trying to figure out that's that number I can't make out too well there behind the 08. That's the 072 of Nathan Peacock, I believe. I'm looking at everything right as they go 3 wide. Maybe coming down here in the corner number 3. The 072 drops down there below lane. So does somebody else. I didn't quite catch who. How about sorry, no, that's the 38. The yellow flag is out. The 27's around. The 7 is around of Justin Hollings. See what else could have happened here. See if we can get any view of this at all. Here we go. Coming out of the corner. That top lane up into the outside wall. Checks up. 27, nowhere to go, and oh no, there we go. Coming there off the corner. See if we can get a better angle of this. The 27 comes down across the nose of the 7, and it just collects them all back here toward the back. And they work here off the corner. Toughed up break, and it looked like it started from James Jones getting into that outside wall. And then the driver behind him just not having anywhere to go. There you see the 83 dropping down. The 27 ends up trumming down. And the 7 just nowhere to go as he gets collected there into it. No time to really react. Tough break as we get started here tonight. Or get going here tonight again. 24 laps to go. The lights are out. The caution lights are on for another time. That is our 3rd caution here from Talladega as everybody comes down here in the pit road for their stop here. And it looks like the 38 possibly staying out. That is the 30. No, I'm sorry. No, or was that the 83? Liam? No. I thought I saw somebody staying out, but maybe I'm wrong. I did see somebody stay out. That's the 30 of Wagner. So Wagner now getting back out onto the lead lap. Now we're out here on lap number 25 of 50, halfway. Here comes Wagoner into the pits this time. Don't get caught speeding. Now we see Morton down there on the inside. Just trying to figure out where everybody lines up here to figure out who's in first and whatnot. They're coming around here through that restart zone. Looks like Nathan Briner possibly going to get waved around a pace car. Which he does, and it looks like possibly somebody, a couple other drivers will as well. As 00 gets waved around, that's Caden Gray. Caden Gray down 6 laps. Mark Morton, our control car. Down there on the inside. Five laps to go. We'll take the green flag with 24 laps to go here from Talladega and the James Wagoner Welding Super Speedway Series here tonight. As you're looking at 77 Adam Sprinkle in that James Wagoner Welding sponsored machine. You got number 19 back here as well, Rick Baldwin. Tim Richardson back here trying to see who else is still out on track. There's a few of them. James Wagoner trying to get caught back up there to the field as they come there through 3 and 4. Trying to see if I can figure a way to get the whole field to show up here on the replays, on the graphic settings. We'll take a look at that after we're done with the race. And on back down through the front stretch. Heading towards that restart zone. James Wagoner Welding Super Speedway Series back underway here at lap. Well, with 24 laps to go, green flag is back in the air. Mark Morton getting a great restart down there on the inside. Here comes that 3 of Johnny Hurst as he comes down there. He's going to push along right behind Morton. Here comes Fairman. He's going to dive to that bottom side of the racetrack. Everybody goes single file, first through 5th. And they work there off of 2, but back here behind them, it's called chaos as everybody's trying to find that position to get up there to maybe battle towards the front as that inside lane takes off. Outside lane waiting for nobody. As out there in front, that outside lane now there being led along by Johnny Hurst as he tries a side draft up there. As here comes the outside lane, finally getting some momentum down here through corner number 3 and 4. Johnny Hurst up there waiting for somebody to pick him up with the outside lane, comes along and puts him in the middle. And that's going to be Rick Baldwin going around to the outside of him as they work down through the trioval. The 21 up there of Robert Lynch. He's also going to go around the number 3. Or try to anyway, as now they're starting to go 3 wide here after about the first 4 cars. Johnny Hurst really trying to put that 3 up there towards the front as they are 3 wide behind him. Now they're dropping back there in the 2 wide formation as we still got Rick Baldwin up there on the outside of the racetrack with the 2, and it looks like the number 29 of Pyland. They work down there through off of corner number 4 back out here onto that short street coming down that straightaway in the corner number 1 after coming through this trioval. Everybody looking great here as they come rolling on through. Mark Morton out front. Larry Fairman second there with Ace up there in 3rd. Great run here for him so far. Fairman's up 20 positions, though. Ramsey's up 19 positions, so great movers here tonight. And that's the one thing with Talladega. It can be anybody's race, essentially. And as long as you can put yourself in the right spot without the draw of the bad luck. And if you can get in, you might be able to get into a position, but the question becomes, is that an unlucky position or a position of wrong spot, wrong time, pretty much? They come down there through the stripe for another lap. 21 laps to go. Hurst up there on that outside lane, trying to move it along. There behind him is the 13 of Ramsey, the 19 of Baldwin, and so on back. Out here on the inside, it's being led along by Morton, Fairman, and Ace down there on the inside. Now they're going to go 3 wide there for second place. As here comes the Ace there in the middle lane, pushed along there by the 3 of Hurst. You got the 13 of Ramsey up there on the top side. He's being pushed along by Baldwin. As you got the number 2 there of Richardson down there in the middle lane. And below him, that's the 48 of Jake. Jake's down there trying to work his way towards the front as well. And then you got the 72 in the mix of Nathan Peacock, who is currently lapped down towards the back of the lead pack. I believe so. No, he's on the lead lap, so he's just riding around. Wait a minute, that's the 072. Who's the 72? Yeah, he's a lap down. That is Jerome Cooper, sorry. There's 2 72s. There's a 72 and an 072. I was getting them confused. Jerome Cooper's up here in the mix, but he is a lap down to Mark Morton, Larry Behrman, Ace, Sprinkle, and Hurst. So those top 5 drivers there in front of him as he falls backwards a little bit to some of the drivers there. 20 laps to go. They come here through the tri-oval. Now 19 laps to go. They come through that restart zone and across the stripe. And it looked like Ace led that lap there with Hurst right behind him in that 3 car running that 3rd position as Morton took 2nd. Tight racing here. They come here off of 2 side by side. 3 wide a little farther back as they all get it staggered out there to 2 wide. Baldwin now looking to possibly bring it up 3 wide. And they work on down through here and pushing 4 wide there with that red machine. I believe that was Jones in the middle. No, that wasn't Jones in the middle. Trying to figure out who was in the middle back there. That's the 00. Caden Gray wisely backing out of it. They were 4 wide, and they're 4 wide again. Baldwin up on top. Ramsey there in the 13, coming there through the stripe. 4 wide, we're keeping an eye on this. Ramsey goes and pushes up the racetrack. They go around. And that'll be, oh man, what a hit there on the side. Try to see who that was there that got slammed. After that all took place, after they work here off of the corner, you'll see him there. I want to say that was the, there you see the 13 push up the racetrack, collects Pyland. Pyland goes around into Baldwin, Baldwin in, and then you see there the 00 checkup. Liam Beebe comes around. That's the 52 that goes up into the outside wall, come back down and takes a shot right there to the passenger side door from the 54. Man, oh man, tough break here for many of these drivers as we work here off the corner. Back under caution for another time here. I believe this is our 4th caution of the night. Lights are back on that pace machine. All right, 16 laps to go. Probably go green flag racing with about 14 laps to go. Adam Sprinkle back there in fifth. Biggest mover, Larry Behrman, up here in second. Our next biggest one is Tim Richardson back here in fourth, up 17 spots. Got Mike Presley up here 16 spots, sitting in seventh position in at number 44. Albert Lynch Jr. back here in eighth, spot down from where he started. Rick Baldwin up 14 spots. Edward Fielder back here up 12 spots. We're going down through here trying to figure out who's still left on track. Here you see Liam Beebe all beat up there in at number 83. Hood missing, just trying to work out some laps here. It's all Ramsey there. A little farther back. We're going to take the green flag with 14 laps remaining here from Talladega tonight. Hope everybody's enjoying the racing action here from On the Pole here on the Fleeter Farm TV network on YouTube as we get ready to roll here for another set of laps. Hopefully we can kind of get it strung out here, get a few more green flag laps in. We'll come down through here, off of corner number 2, back down here through the back straightaway, heading here into corner number 3. Here off up corner number 2. Or is this 4? Oh crap, I'm getting spun around here. Looks like we're coming through turn 3 into corner number 4. Heading back to that short chute. Driver's getting ready. Lights go up on that pace car. Here we go. We're going to be going green flag racing as they come here to the restart zone. The James Wagoner Welding Super Speedway Series will get another chance to go green flag racing here at lap number 14. As the green flag is out. We are green, green, green. Go! As looks like Barker out there getting a great jump on the outside lane this time. As there behind him is Tim Richards down here through the front stretch. Richards now looking to the outside, looking to put Barker there in the middle. That Barker dropped down there to the inside, and careful does it there. As we got Baldwin. What a run from Baldwin out there on the outside as he's getting to the outside there of the 48 of Jake. Working there to the outside. 3 lanes working there. You got Johnny Hurst down there on the inside lane down at number 3. Right there behind Fairman. Now everybody dodging for positions there through off of 2. Back around here into 3 and 4. Back out here onto that front straightaway here, heading towards that triangle. 3 wide, 14, now 13 laps to go as they head on down here out of the triangle and into corner number 1. Up front and outside, Baldwin, what a run he had. As he now gets up there and he's going to try to bring that top lane along. Rolling along here, side by side. And everybody rolls out. There you see Fairman there. There you see the 21 of Lynch. He's stuck in the middle there. As we're going down through, off of the corner. Working there on the outside, that is Baldwin still trying to work his way up there towards the front. He's got the help from the 08 of Steven Aguirre. They've fallen back here to about 8th and 9th position as that inside and middle lane now start to come together. Johnny Hurst, second car back here in the middle lane. Now they work on down through here. Looks like the 96 of Barker is out front, followed by Fairman in that number 99. Then you got Jake up there on the... Jake's down there on the inside of that 48. Then you got that 2 of Tim Richardson in that middle lane battling it out up there through the top 5 along with Johnny Hurst in that number 3. Drivers are all over the place as they come back down here. Whoa, keep it off each other. You don't want to get too tight. As they roar down here in the corner number 3. Baldwin lost his drafting partner. Baldwin now going to end up falling back here in line. And having to drop back behind the 08 of Aguirre. They work down here through the triangle. Barker out front. Well, we got that middle lane coming. Morton now up there on the high side here with 11 laps to go as they head down here in the corner number 1. Morton and Aguirre up there on the outside trying to move that lane along. Baldwin now up there as well as they're on that top side, working down this backstretch now. Everybody getting a little bit of bobble out here at the front as they're 3 wide. Coming down here in the corner number 3. They are 3 wide there for second place. Morton up there on the outside. Behrman down there on the inside. And stuck in that middle is the number 2 of Richardson with Johnny Hurst there behind him. Now they're scared. They've got it straightened out there, coming down here through the trial in towards that restart zone. Who's it going to be as they come here off of the corner, 3 wide in the corner number 1. And they're 3 wide, maybe 4 or 5 rows deep. Coming down here in the corner number 2, back out onto the backstretch. Holding it together here with 10 laps to go. Rest of the pack kind of falling back here as we're watching this main pack here for the last 10 laps. Heavy battles going on here. Try to see if we got anything going on back here toward the back. It's worthwhile. James Wagoner and them are back here a little bit. You got James Wagoner, Rowdy, Jerome Cooper, all sitting back here. Ramsey back here as well. Few of them going into the pits. They're 3 wide coming down that front straightaway. 9 laps to go. Who's it going to be? How's it going to play out here as we head down here into corner number 2? Barker out there in front. You got Fairman there second. Persilia there in third. Tim Richardson there fourth. Mark Morton there in 5th now. As Johnny Harris has fallen back there into 5th. Now up to 4th. Tim Richardson, Larry Fairman, your biggest movers of the race. Both of them up 19 positions. Mike Presley coming up with 16 positions to the positive. Anthony Morton up there on the outside. You got Baldwin down there in the middle once again as he's trying to find whatever lane is going to move him forward. They come back down through off that restart zone back here towards that front starting line. Down here in the corner number 1. Baldwin now back out to the outside to see if he can get a little bit more side draft to work as he was able to get some of it earlier, but now he's struggling to find that draft that he's looking for as these drivers try to keep those engines cool, pushing along here down the backstretch, up there on the outside, trying to see who jumped up there. And you got that was Morton once again jumping to the outside with the 08 there of Aguirre behind him. Baldwin gets stuck in the middle there behind the 77 of Sprinkle. Down there on the inside, you got the 66 of Fielder there, along with the 72 of 072, of Peacock. Work down here through into corner number 1 once again. 3 wide, keeping it together here with 7 laps to go. Caution is out, unsure where this is. It did come from the front pack. See if we can find something back here. Not seeing anything per se. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything come alive there. I'm sure what brought out that caution. We'll see if we can get with somebody who might be able to tell us. Here we're heading down into the single digits of laps left. Good evening, Morton. How's it going?
Just doing good, Mr. Flinker. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm doing well. How's that car treating you up there in about that 6th position so far?
Oh, she's perfect. She's a beaut. But I guess I was the only one that decided to go down for fuel no less caution because we were about 1 lap to the good. I guess we were saving fuel under caution, but she's great. We got plenty of fuel in her, got some fuel goods on her, and she was running good on that top lane. We just need some more help to get past these other next 5 cars.
Did you get any word over the radio what that caution might have been for?
I think I heard the race patrol said the 13.
Okay. Heck, I was trying to find it here, and we couldn't find nothing on our end. But look, you're looking great out there. Hopefully, you can keep it up there and get it towards that front. A lot of great racing battles going on. You're 3, sometimes almost pushing 4 wide in places.
Oh yeah, it's these guys are running phenomenal. It's one heck of a race tonight too. I'm enjoying it. I'm trying to hopefully I got some of that Pied Piper magic with me tonight and get this thing up to victory lane.
All right. Well, good luck finding drafting help, and good luck getting up there to the front.
I appreciate it, boss. Thank you.
Alrighty, so we're working up there towards the front with Mark Morton. He's down 3 spots from where he initially started this race. And from the sounds of it, he said that Ramsey may have brought out that caution. And that number 13 is from what he's hearing from radio chatter. Now, don't take my word on that. I could be wrong on that. But that is from what we're hearing, as unfortunately we're unable to view it here. Our cameras didn't catch it. Everything gets worked out here as we come down that front stretch. Behrman there in 3rd, Johnny Hurst there 4th, Jake there in 5th. Might be going back racing with about 4 laps to go. We'll see here if they get doubled up as they come across the line this time. Five laps to go, now 4 laps. And green, white, checker, because we'll take the green with 3 to go. Come back around. I guess we're going to have... We'll take the flag with 3 to go. Come back around, and with 2 to go. Come back around, it's the white flag. So we got 3 laps to fight this one out. If not, we're going to green, white, checker. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out here. Matthew Barker up there in 1st. Tim Richardson there in 2nd. Johnny Hurst there 3rd. Larry Fairman there in fourth. Mark Morton, he's got some tough competition around him, as a lot of these drivers have gained many spots to get up to where they're at. For the likes of Tim Richardson, he's in that number 2, out there in front, beside Barker. Barker was running up front here early on in this race, or started up front, I should say. Richardson, however, started 19 positions down, same as Larry Fairman. So both of those, the number 2 and the number 2 and the number 99, both have gained many positions. You got Johnny Hurst also running a great race. You got Jake there in 5th, who's running a great race, up 14 positions from where he started. Now they work here off of corner number 4. Got the lights out on that pace machine. Fred's going to dive it down there onto the bottom of the racetrack. And away we go. At 96, Matthew out there in front. Tim Richardson there in second. Larry Fairman there third. Coming to the green flag. 3 laps to go as they come here to the stripe. And Barker, what a start there from him. And out there on the outside comes Richardson and Hurst. And Fairman trying to get back up there to the bumper of Ace as they work down there on the bottom side. Coming along there, there's the 48 of Jake. And Morton up there on the top side. Question is, how long do you draft? Then when do you make that move to try to move out there to the front? As you already got the top side making a move there. The 08 there with the 77 of Adam Sprinkle there behind him. They are 3 wide there behind the leaders. Coming down here out of corner number 2. Morton staying in line for the time being. Now he's going to see if he can get that run to the outside. Hurst cannot quite get there. Barker still out front. Yellow is out. We're going to go green flag racing here. As they have a problem back there trying to see if I can find somebody dropping down through the field. That's usually a good indication of where the accident happened. Sometimes I can get these pretty good, sometimes I can't. We're back here towards the back, so we'll see if something happened here. Well, guess not. Camera's lagged out again. As it happened there behind these guys. You're seeing there Barker down there on the inside. Got Tim Richardson there in second. Fairman there third. Three laps to go. Green, white, checker. There, got them all rolling down through here, through corner number 1 and 2. right, get back ready, side by side. Out there in front, that's Barker. Morton back here in sixth still. Up there on the outside, still third car back on that outside lane. Question becomes exactly how do you fight this momentum here that Behrman and Ace have been getting down there on the inside. We got Richardson on the outside there with Hurst. A lot of great battles going on. And they work here off of corner number 3 into corner number 4. Heading back out onto that front stretch. Here we go. Lights are out. Fred's going to drop it down there into that inside lane to take it to pit road. Barker's going to control the race to bring it back to green. Now we head on down that front straightaway. Keep it easy, guys. Now they come through that restart zone. Wagoner Welding Super Speedway Series back underway. Green flag is out that outside lane, getting bumping along. They come here through the start zone and across the stripe. Barker and Fairman getting a great restart down there on the inside lane. They already go 3 wide there towards the back, trying to gain position. There they work in through towards 1 and 2. Looks like it was just overcast earlier in the race, as it is now getting a little bit more sunny back here as they work down here off of corner number 2, down that back straightaway. Pushing along here, 2 to 3 wide, depending on where you're at. Morton there, stuck in the middle now, as they go to the outside around him. He's going to end up coming down there through turn number 3 and 4, the 44. There are Mike Presley up 18 spots. Now he tries to navigate along. Morton didn't quite get that move made that he needed to make as they come here, cross through the restart zone and into the stripe. Morton knows he needs to try to get that middle lane to move forward a little bit if he wants to try to dive up there to make his move. Trying to wait for that all clear to see. And oh no, they're wrecking there behind him. That's going to clear the way as we're on the final lap. That's going to be the next flag, ends the race as it totals a bunch of cars there towards the backside as we stay with the lead pack here. Who's it going to be as they roll down here into corner number 4? As they go and getting sideways there up through the racetrack, Morton ends up against the outside wall, has to try to dodge, worked up there as Behrman up there against the outside wall. Barker there down on the inside. Who's it going to be? It looks like it's going to be Tim Richardson there for the win. Hurst there for second. Ace there third. Lynch fourth. Morton happy just to come out there and fizz. I'm quite certain of it. With all that chaos there, that final lap, I don't know who has survived and who hasn't. I see Fielder coming across there. Here comes Cooper, missing a hood coming across. Nathan Briner coming across. Jake down through the infield, cutting the grass, heading towards pit road. Blown engine on that machine. Here comes the 44. Mike Presley coming across. Sprinkle all beat up, trying to make it across. Now we wait on the results. Wow, what a finish. Now we're waiting for them results to come in. Here comes Richardson back out here towards the front of the racetrack. Here's your race finishing order. You got Tim Richardson out front, Johnny Hurst there second, Matthew Barker there third, Robert Lynch in fourth, Mark Morton fifth, Tyler Manning there sixth, Larry Fairman seventh, Edward Fielder there eighth, Jerome Cooper there ninth, Nathaniel Briner there in 10th, Jeff Scott in 11th, Mike Presley there 12th, Adam Sprinkle there 13th, Jake Persilia there 14th, Rick Baldwin there 15th, Nathan Peacock there 16th, Stephen Aguirre there in 17th. 18th is going to be Jimmy Pilon, Liam Beebe there 19th, Benjamin Richards 20th, James Wagoner there 21st, Caden Gray in 22nd, Chris Ramsey 23rd, James Jones there 24th, Tony Richards there in 25th, Ryan Hunter 26th, Justin Hollings there in 27th, and 28th going to Kane Bell. That is your finishing order here tonight. As you see there, our victory winner, Tim Richardson, out there in front. Here we go now, across, looking for our victory lane people. See if we can find here our see if we can find Barker. Good evening, Barker. How's it going?
Hey, it's going.
Well, you at least kept the nose on that car.
Oh, yes. We had a pretty good race, good strategy going. We've getting put back there back in traffic there at that first pit stop. I was kind of worried about what was going to happen there. But, yeah, kept a clean nose, just ran a smart race, tried to be patient, tried to stay with teammates tonight instead of getting stretched out like sometimes it typically happens. Focused on trying to stay together tonight, and it seemed to work. We had a lot of roughneck drivers up front tonight.
It looked like you also had some trouble there that last lap and didn't quite keep your drafting partner the way you were hoping to.
Yeah, we would have got a good run to the end, but shout out to Tim, man. I think this might be his first win, so shout out to him. It was a hard-earned win for him. I always like to see, a teammate. I can't win myself, a teammate taking, so just shout out to that. It just shows the effort that we put in this off season, practicing and training together on some of these races and stuff. Everything's starting to click this season.
It was definitely enjoyable to watch here in the booth.
Oh yeah, it was a fun, exciting race. A few cautions there. I think we got roughed up one time, but it was like 28 seconds worth of damage. So slapped a little duct tape on it, and off we went.
Some of that airplane tape.
Yeah. I'll get a shout out, to people tonight. James Wagoner Welding, like always, for what he does for us in the sport, and just can't thank that man enough. He lets us be able to be broadcasted every single night. He does a lot for us. And a big shout out to my teammate. Like I say, the effort and work that we put in this off season. With recruiting drivers to the league, testing ourselves. This is a well-deserved win for Tim, and he deserves it.
Definitely great to watch it all as well, like I said. So, next week, the Super Speedway Series, it's kind of interesting, a little different than what we've been known for here from Roughneck. And
so it'd be different tracks, different cars each week. So that's what brings a whole another aspect to it. So you get your feet wet, and in a lot of areas, cars drive different. So you're going to see multiple winners in these series. And the one thing about these series, too, anybody could win. Have 10 laps to go, be sitting 24th, and come up and win the race. So that's what makes these so interesting. Typically sometimes have the big one, depending on, the aggressiveness of drivers, but all in all, this is a good series, good league, and we have some of the best people. I can't thank each and every one of these people, other teams, just everybody that's involved in this league, so big shout outs to them. I feel like we've been on a pretty good show.
Well, what do you expect the next week at Atlanta when we take on that track with the Gen 6 cars?
Atlanta, it's going to be interesting. I think you're going to see some of the same. It's not as forgiving. you know, you can't go like the Talladega here. We were able to run 3 wide. I don't think you'll see a whole lot of wide at Atlanta, but you're gonna see some action. I assure you. It's
Well,
gonna be
hopefully
fun.
we see some great racing action.
Yes, it'll be some great fun racing. It always is.
Alrighty, well, you enjoy the third place tonight, and hopefully you can keep that momentum rolling and get a decent podium finish next week in Atlanta.
Yeah. Other than my last Monday night blip, my steering wheel and all, I had blip pedal issues last week, but I don't think we finished out of the top 5 this season. That's a great start going into week 3.
Alrighty, well, hopefully it gets better from here on out.
Yes, sir.
All right, Ella Barker coming out there with third place. Here going to get with Hurst. Good evening there, Hurst. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. How are you, bud?
I'm doing well. Some craziness you had to avoid there on the last lap, or was it pretty much all behind you?
I think it started out beside me. I'm not real sure, but it wound up behind me, so. I know when I cleared the 96, I really didn't have a run to past him, so I just kind of stood my ground right there behind him and helped him along.
You did a great job here tonight coming up through the field. You started 11 positions back from where you finished. So, I mean, you did pretty decent coming up through the field tonight.
Oh, yeah, I tried the middle. I tried the high. It's kind of hard to get somebody to go with you up the middle, but a couple of times there I tried to hop out to the outside and couldn't get anybody to go with me, but there toward the end I found a couple of people to work with.
Well, truthfully, if you don't have teammates, it's tough to get anybody to work with you.
Yeah, these cars ain't bad, though. If you can side draft pretty good, you're not going to lose a lot of ground if you're out there on your own, but, man, if you can't slow them down some, you're to the back. So.
Well, that's true, and then you're at risk of them going around you too and putting you into an even worse predicament.
Oh yeah.
So, but congrats there on second place tonight. Sponsors or shout outs you want to give there for helping you get into the podium spot here tonight?
Well, of course you got to shout out Wagoner Welding. You know, you can't find a better sponsor than James there. I mean, he does a lot for the league, and everybody really appreciates what he does for us. And then I'd just like to shout out the rest of these guys, man. I mean, a good group of guys to race with. I mean, you know, we're always in here doing something together, so just super nice group of guys out here.
Yeah, definitely is a great group of guys here, as you said, and very competitive as well here in this Monday night series.
Oh, yeah. It's only going to get better, too.
Well, we're taking on Atlanta with the Gen 6 cars next week.
Oh, yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? You think you're prepared for that?
I like the Gen 6. Yeah, I'm ready for it. Should be all right there. Maybe we'll put it in first next week.
You think you'll get that number 3 in the victory lane next week?
Well, if I didn't, I shouldn't be racing, you know.
All right. All righty. Well, congrats on second place. Hopefully you enjoy your night, and we'll see you at Atlanta next week.
I appreciate you, bud.
Good evening here, Tim. How's it going?
What's up, Fleeger? How are you, buddy?
I'm doing well. You come out with the win tonight after a crazy last lap of Talladega.
Yeah, it only took me 6 seasons, but we're finally in the win column.
Yeah, that's what Barker was kind of giving headway to. He said this might be your first win.
It is. It's the first league win. A lot of work went into it this offseason to get better, especially on super speedways. I credit 100% my teammates being on with me working on this. We all wanted to get better on super speedways. That's one of the main reasons we did this super speedway series. And, you know, Doug's the mastermind behind that. It was his idea from day one to do the super speedway series. So shout out to him. His money racing side of things, it keeps me motivated to get better over here on this side and help bring these drivers along and get them all better also.
It's always a pleasure to hear. I know for me, I'm a dirt racer, so I need help on asphalt anywhere I can get it. So if you can find somebody to help you out along the way, that's always great.
Oh, for sure. And you can have that dirt, Adam. I don't want that. I stay off of the dirt. If the guys say they're throwing up something dirt, I stay in the recliner.
Oh, come on. Dirt's fun. You start slinging that dust around and everything.
I'm so awful on dirt. No, I'm bad enough on asphalt. I don't need to be speaking it up on the dirt side all the time.
Well, see, that's just it. I can race and win over on dirt. I can't drive worth crap on asphalt.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. The guys did a hell of a job driving tonight. I just got done telling Ace and Johnny both in the waiting room how much fun that race was, especially the second half when I started making up some ground there. You know, we started like P15 or something like that, and it was right in the hornet's nest, and it had me a little worried there at the beginning, but was able to keep the car fairly clean. I think I still had my fast repair, as a matter of fact. I think I ended that race with maybe a 4X. So I was able to dodge all the big wrecks, try to keep the car clean, stay out front. We almost got in trouble, though. I only had enough fuel for one green-white checkered there, so if that caution would have flew a lap earlier, I would have been hurting.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, definitely was a lot of great racing out there. I mean, there was times where the guys were 3 wide, 4 wide in places. Sometimes 4 wide worked out, sometimes it didn't. But it was all in all a great race.
I'll have to go back and look at all of it, but I know we were 3 wide for a good chunk of laps there, and hopefully everybody watching enjoyed it. Guys were racing their asses off. It was, like I said, that's one of the most fun races that I've been a part of since I started this league. So credit to all the drivers that showed up and ran that race.
Oh, for sure. And you have any other sponsors or shout-outs you want to give? I know you were giving a shout-out there to Wagoner, but didn't know if you had any others.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I got to give the shout-out to the main man that backs all this, James Wagoner Welding. We got old Dougie there, but we got James Wagoner Welding. He's been with us since day one, and we couldn't do it without him. This win is 100% for him. Oh, man, it's been so long. 6 seasons, Adam. Finally put it in victory lane. It hasn't really sunk in yet, but it definitely will. But shout out to you for the broadcast as always. We enjoy going back and watching these races back. Shout out to Speed Zone Race Control. Pottles does a great job for us. All my admins, Johnny, Ace, Chris Ramsey, Dougie, of course, Pottles being our race control. My teammates Jimmy and Johnny runs with us. We've got Cruns, we've got Ace, bunch of great drivers. If I forgot anybody, I'm sorry, guys. Much love to you all. That's all I got, man. I'm gonna go sit in the recliner and it might sink in that I just want to race here shortly.
I just have one last question here before we let you go. I remember back to my first win, back when I started iRacing. My leg was bouncing around so bad from the adrenaline, knowing I was in front. From taking that was just unofficial, but I can only imagine winning your first league race. How bad was your leg, jumping around there?
Brother, the door-to-door racing that we were doing right there with like 13 to go, my knees have been rattling since 15 to go. I don't know what. 1 to go, goodness gracious, my legs have been shaking since 15 to go, running door-to-door like that with Johnny pushing me and, just trying to get that side draft off of Larry and Ace to be clear. And I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and watch it back because it felt like really good racing. And like I said, I hope everybody enjoyed watching it.
Oh, it was definitely a lot of great racing. Hopefully we did justice by capturing it all. And you enjoy that and let your legs take a rest here tonight.
Thanks, buddy. You have a good one.
All righty. That was Tim Richardson, our winner here tonight. Thank you all for tuning in on the poll here on FFTv as we get ready and say goodnight here from Roughneck Racing.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagoner Welding. Wagoner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.